Hi, welcome to the open collab for Tea Tuesday. And today I'm drinking my good old sweet tea. Yes, I love my sweet tea. I just have a quick little story before I start. I was getting ready this morning at about 4:30, and I looked out in the backyard, and there was three turkeys and a deer. I'd say the deer was a yearling from last year, and the doe would go up to the turkeys and butt them kind of wherever he could, hit them, and then the turkeys would go back right at the deer and butt the deer and right in the head, and then the deer would go back and butt the turkeys, and they went back and forth for a half an hour. And then I had to leave this morning to deal with my parents. They had things they had to do, grocery shopping and miscellaneous. So I might be a little late getting this out. So anyways, I just wanted to say that I've never seen that before. Last week we were talking about Brenda Ganett. It's gonna be good, y'all. We were talking about lacy cornbread and the recipe. Well, this week is how they discovering the lacy cornbread. And this is quite interesting. I just looked at it real quick. See the pictures there? Look at the beautiful dishcloths. I used to make dishcloths. Actually, I still do. In the wintertime, sometimes I'll whip them up when I have time. But lately, I haven't had time for anything. I've been extremely, extremely busy. It says, George on the job as an ABC agent squatting next to moonshine liquor still. George holding a jar of moonshine found in a raid. Ooh. Discovering lacy cornbread. My husband George loved his job, going to work, had different exciting adventures each and every day. Red bugs, ticks, briars were just part of it. He and his partners would lie in the deep woods, especially by a cool stream of water, because that's where the moonshiners would come nightfall. They needed that water so they could run that money. You see, the big and burly husband has I can't read that word, I'm sorry. Revenue, ABC, he's an agent, ABC agent, Alabama, for the Alcohol Beverage Control Man. It's a big title. One of his adventures turned out to be the story of the lacy cornbread. Early one morning, he and his partner were going to scout out a wooded place they thought might be running moonshine. As they parked their car just off the road so he wouldn't be seen, they trampled into the briars and brambles until an opening appeared. A small, humble house was in view, actually in the middle of nowhere. George thought about walking on past, but he felt a calling to step on the porch and knock on the door. Boy, he's a brave soul. He said an elderly lady opened the door and said, "Can I help you boys?" She was much older than them. They probably looked like young sprouts to her. How do you like the language? "Yes, ma'am," George quickly responded. "Have you seen any foot traffic around here?" "No, sir," the lady replied. "No one ever comes out this far in the woods. Wish you fellows would come in for dinner." I was just going to have a bite. George was always hungry and absolutely never refused a homemade meal. "Yes, ma'am," he said. "We would love to have a bite with you." Oh, me too. The old wooden table was full of all kinds of vegetables, no meat, a big platter of cornbread, while George absolutely loved the crunch of the bread. "I have to have the recipe for this cornbread," he said. "What do you call it?" "Lacy cornbread," she quickly said. The bread was about 5 inches circle and thin as paper. It had little round holes in it. I never had a recipe, she explained. I always knew how to make it since I was a little girl. You come on over to the stove and I'll teach you how. That's the best way to learn, don't you think? So that is exactly what she did. She taught him that day with an old black skillet and some grease how to fry bread. Good for him. He explained to her that he had a wife back home who loved to cook. Oh, so do I. Stay tuned for Saturdays because I'm back cooking in the kitchen again. That night when George came home to me, the two of us didn't take a break until I was a pro at making lacy cornbread. Well, we will never know if she invited the Aitchins in for dinner so all the moonshiners will get their escape route, or if she was truly lonely and needed company. Either way, some good came out of the sweet visit. Lacy cornbread, a new friend, and a happy husband. What a wonderful, wonderful story. George was always hungry, absolutely never refused a homemade meal. And there you have it. That was the story for this week. So if you'd like to join in on the open collaboration for Tea Tuesday, I'll leave everything in the hashtag below. It's hashtag Tea Tuesday, and the host is Life with Patty and Kathy's Favorite Things. That's right, it's Life with Patty and Kathy's Favorite Things. And it's Tea Tuesday. You can have a beverage of your choice. You can do whatever you like. You can read, you can craft, you can crochet, you can paper craft, talk, whatever you would like. Just share. So go on over, click the link, see what everybody else is doing for Tea Tuesday. Have a great day. God bless. And we will see you on my next video. And that will be budget meals under $5 tomorrow. Have a great day. We'll see you. Bye now.